you ain't gonna hear.
Right.
I was about to say. Anyway, welcome back to Think Responsibly. I am your host, Cordelia, and today we got some special guests in the building. It's more of a topic that is relevant, I would say. I think for the city of Chicago, mainly, we really known for like our music, the food, and it's just a beautiful city, right? But I really like where this era of comedy is going, at least starting with y'all. I do want to shout out TJ Stokes.
Hey,
He's
shout
funny
out
as
to
fuck.
the, shout out
He's
to the
funny as
guy.
hell. And then Leosha, she was on the last episode. She's just starting. You know, she's
people.
getting into it. I think, yeah.
She good people.
And she funny as hell. So let's spam her and encourage her to get really into it.
Okay.
And also a big thing happened in Chicago. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but Deion Cole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who was from here, he sold out the Chicago Theater. I didn't even know that was the first time that happened. Like a comic from Chicago selling out the Chicago Theater.
It's because they don't let us in there most of the time.
Oh, word?
I'm just saying.
For everybody
I'm just
else.
saying. Like, they the last black person you seen up in there.
Right.
Yeah, it usually is. Black comedian at the Airy Crown.
Exactly.
Enjoy the Airy
Center.
Crown.
Right.
A promontory.
My backyard. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Wow. So you learned something new. I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah, they ain't want to tell you.
New heights. Okay.
Yeah.
New heights.
Hey, we
New heights.
just shit.
Okay. Listen.
We here.
So on his stand-up on Netflix, I don't know if y'all seen it.
I definitely saw it.
Yeah.
He's so funny, bro.
Yeah.
I love it.
Genuinely funny.
Genuine, yeah, exactly. And then he just kind of flows so well. And he just started off real funny, and then he went into this rant, right? Like, shit is so sensitive these days. You know, it's so sensitive. Music is whack, movies is whack, and your kids. Like, he need to start going in on kids. Like, your kids lame as fuck right now because, you know.
They weak.
Shit is trash.
Yeah.
Shit is real trash.
So, with that being said, this episode is called Cancel Culture versus Comedy. And I have some of my favorite comedians here with me today. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll start with Dave.
This so special. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
I'm KELLS Tha Komic.
KO.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hit the horn.
Comedy. There we go.
Facts. Funny as hell, too.
That you do. I'm Dave Bradley. I'm also a stand-up comic and a musician and a new father.
Bang, bang, bang.
We here, man.
Dario, I am also a stand-up comedian, but also now a podcaster and a photographer. So I'm doing.
What's the name of that podcast?
77 Flavors of Chicago.
Number one, baby. Number one.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. I visited some restaurants because of y'all.
Oh, man.
I
Appreciate
think
it.
it makes me a celebrity. I went into Nikki's the other day and I was like, I was actually here with 77 Flavors. And they were like, ma'am, here's your guy rolling.
He's like, please leave.
Like, please.
No free shit. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Right.
So, I mean, let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay. A few days ago, Drewski posted this skit. Y'all know Drewski.
Yeah.
And it basically was a skit that highlighted how men are when women are around drinking and how they just feed into it. Kels, I don't know if you know or ever seen or experienced this, if y'all have, but it was just him saying, you know, trying to get girls to drink a lot. You know what I mean? Just here's a shot. Here's like, oh, you ain't drink enough. Here's enough. Shot o'clock. Just doing the fucking bumps, right? And he took it down because people was saying like it was rapey, it was this and that. And he took it down because I sent it to somebody and I was about to send it to somebody else because it was funny. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, where'd it go? And I realized like they trying to cancel him. Because of that. Which is wild. Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, I don't think his intent was to glorify it. I think his intent was like, yo, like this be going on. So like, let's get rid of these type of men, you know, from around this. Like, what are y'all thoughts?
You gotta stay off Twitter.
Man.
That's the first step. But the first step to recovery is getting off Twitter. It's too many opinions and none of them really mean anything.
Right. Everybody a philanthropist.
Everybody got something to say, but in real life, you only hear maybe like 5 people's opinions out today.
Exactly.
On Twitter, it's like 20,000.
Yeah.
And they highlight it and they
You can't weed out the bullshit out of 20,000. It's gonna take too long.
Yeah.
Too much.
Exactly.
Cancel culture comes from a place of haters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So people when they try to cancel you, they've been wanting a reason. Cancel culture is nothing more than a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like so cancel culture ain't real. You know what I mean? Like when you really fuck up, that's a fuck up. Okay. You know what I mean? Like but when you part of cancel culture, people don't like you.
Right.
And you just gave them any reason. You know what I mean? To get it. So Drewski been doing things for a long time now.
Facts.
And you ain't heard nothing crazy about him. You ain't heard nothing. You know what I mean? But he had haters waiting in the background. And the moment he did something that was, let's get him. Let's move
hitch,
in.
yeah.
Let's move in. So
This the one.
Yeah. So that's where it is. You know, cancel culture come from that. You know, it ain't no such thing. Cancel is not real. Right. It's not real at all.
It's not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just haters out there that just want to, get you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Bring you back down to size.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like and they like, it's triggering people, and I don't want to take those experiences away from
for
nobody.
real, yeah.
But it's just like, come on, it's so much that can.
You can say that about anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Everything.
what is a trigger?
Everything.
Who are like
Everything.
triggers are relative.
Every day around
If you
you.
walk past me with a ponytail, that could trigger me. That's not your fault.
Yeah.
You're not supposed
Right.
to stop wearing ponytails because I'm
Yeah.
triggered.
Right.
I just need to get a therapist. Like,
Right.
That's what we're not talking about.
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
and this whole cancel culture thing, one, it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Two, it directly goes against like rehabilitation and reform, and we're trying to teach, and no, what you're saying is that's fucked up. Take it down. We don't want to hear anything else from you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, why is it fucked up?
Yeah.
Tell me why is it fucked up on a global scale that I need to take this down? And let's have an open conversation about it. But you don't want to do that because you really didn't have a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You
you and your
just
feelings.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I
You and your-
like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You and your feelings, you a hater. And then he made one about like ODing.
Yeah.
Everybody was cracking up
Yeah.
at that.
Right.
Everybody thought that one was hilarious.
So
Well,
stupid.
that's glorified though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know how many rap songs and that glorify that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you make a skit about that. Unless it's somebody that you making it about somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that people like.
Right.
Then that's when they not gonna come after you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They can make fun of me all they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody know who the fuck a Dario Durham is. You know what I mean? So you don't like
Yeah.
But if that was, oh man, he talking about Jay-Z, he talking about somebody else, and then it's gonna be like, oh man, that's horrible. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, let's cut him right off
You
right
know what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, so
exactly.
you cancel
And
culture
we
whack.
lost so many people from that. So it's like, why y'all not mad at that?
You know?
Why y'all not mad at that?
Yeah. Let's. God rest his soul, Mac Miller, man, got a dope ass song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's Good AM. The album Good AM. I forgot what it is, but the name of the song. But he talking about his pain in that song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wake up, I'm gonna do it again. Had that man not done himself in over OD, you know what I'm saying? Like that would. It was glorified. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it was.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
people were saying it was too late. You know what I mean? Get him some help. You know what I'm saying? So like,
That's
so
always the case.
you know, like it's always too late. So the cancel culture is just vultures that just
Just wait,
wait.
like you
Yeah.
said. It's just
You know?
a bandwagon of just a whole bunch of haters and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
How
it's
do-
not helpful. That's
No.
my problem.
No.
It's
I don't
not
think they
helpful.
want to be helpful. I ain't gonna say they. I'm gonna just try to keep it general. But I don't think the intent is to be helpful because, like you
Exactly.
said, they're not giving you a solution.
I
They're
need
not
some
sitting you down.
information.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need how to be better. I
Yeah.
need all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's up? If you got an opinion on it, give me the full
Right.
scope of the shit. Or shut up. Like,
Right.
that should be the two options.
All they doing is saying, you said this. Matter of fact, we finna go back on your Twitter 10 years ago.
Yeah.
and
Like, who is the
validify
same
this,
person
yeah.
that they were 10 years ago? And, like, if
Nobody
I am the
knows.
same person
Yeah.
that I was 10 years ago, like,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's
right.
no
A
evolution.
huge problem.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
none at all.
Look at
10
the
years
baby.
ago, I was like, fuck comedians.
Yeah, right. Man,
What are we talking
these
about?
unfunny motherfuckers.
Like,
You know,
Can't I change?
yeah.
Come on. Like, that's wild.
Please come to my show. Here's a phone.
Right.
You know, like-
Pretty please. I'll buy you a drink. Like, come on.
Right. How do y'all feel about like T.I. transitioning into comedy?
He needs to stop.
I know.
He need to stop.
He needs to stop.
Yeah, he needs to stop. He just needs to stop. So my boy Nick Norman was in the building when he got booed.
Okay.
And he messaged me.
Right?
Poor
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, you know, like he messaged me as soon as it happened, and I'm like, no, stop. And he was like, yeah, he told me what they did. You know what he did. He needs to stop. You know what I mean? Like he just needs to give up.
Here's why he needs to stop. He doesn't need to stop because he's not funny.
Okay.
That is a slew of not funny comedians.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to stop because he's disrespectful
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not funny.
Right.
When I started
Going off on
comedy,
somebody, yeah.
my
Boy.
first set was
Yeah.
not, fuck all the comedians and I know I'm bad. Nobody does that. You come on there, you humble and now with your little raggedy punchlines, okay? You get some strength behind the motherfuckers.
Right.
And when you get off stage, you start shaking comedians' hands. Hey, I'm sorry for bombing in front of you. Hey, will you still be my
Right.
friend? He's not doing any of that. You
Yeah.
think because you're rubber band man that you're supposed to get up here and be as wild as
West
a Taliban.
Taliban.
And that's not what you're going to do in front
Right.
of these people who are literally, because all you see is the ha-ha and the after the show, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But we up all random times of night like, ooh, this punchline go like this.
That'll be
Ooh,
fire, you know?
That'll be fire. Or
That'll
we
work.
calling each other. We doing all this other stuff.
Okay.
And he's not doing that. And we can see he's not doing that because you're and not just bombing, like bombing.
Right.
It's a whole new game too.
Yeah.
Like you earn respect here. You gotta work
Thank
your way
you.
up the same way.
I think what was worse is he rubbed that very fact in our faces. He said, look where I'm at in 12 weeks. It's like, wait
This
a minute.
shit-
And
Hold
then
on.
the lady said,
You wouldn't
comedy
get there
is
if you wasn't
hard.
T.I.
And he said, no, it's not hard. It's not hard. And immediately went and bombed.
Yeah.
The universe will
Quick,
humble you
won't it?
real
Yeah.
quick.
Quickly.
You got to drop
So
another
it's
album.
easy? Okay.
You know what I mean? drop
We'll show
another
you how
album.
easy.
Because what if somebody would have came to him and like, rapping is easy. Selling a bunch of records is easy.
He would have got red in the face.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You would have
Yeah.
tipped that cap another way and it would have went crazy.
That's it right there.
Man, take that shit down expeditiously
Expeditiously.
for the righteousness of my potentiality of the subject's issue. You know?
Exactly. And people laughing at that when he do that. So
what I was
that's
about
why
to
he
say.
think,
the
he
reverse of cancel culture is yes men, and he is a product of yes men.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have told that expeditious joke to me the third time, I would have said, hey, I've already heard it.
Yeah.
Stop doing it's not funny.
Yeah.
And then you would have stopped trying to make up other words. But he got a whole bunch of people like, yeah, get on
Exactly.
stage because you T.I. And it's like, come on. And he came out with a video saying like, oh man, I feel like that was a premeditated boo. And like they had been waiting to boo.
Premeditated.
How many
here's the
people
thing.
was there? You can't get that many people in
But
on
here's
one
the
thing.
thing.
Said premeditated.
Even if it was a premeditated boo, as somebody who don't nobody know, think about how I'm sitting at home like, oh, this nigga's on a lineup. I can't wait to boo this nigga.
Yeah.
That's how
Exactly.
bad you are.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
nobody's
right.
just sitting there
Right.
going like,
Right.
I'm about to boo this great
can't
comedian.
wait.
Like,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Like, that's
I
not what
can't
they're
wait.
doing.
Let me go ahead and buy these tickets.
Buy these
Exactly.
Hold
I
on.
can boo you.
I got disposable income. And I'm about to
If
drop
I
it.
am purchasing a ticket, spending gas money to get to you,
Yeah.
to boo you, you're that terrible.
Yeah.
And you need to own it. You need to sit in it. You need to
it.
rewrite something.
He left after that. He
Not
left after
only
his set.
Left and then did another set and was like, y'all crazy. Even my girl was booing.
Oh, see, that's just.
Now your girl might be part of cancel culture. You might want to talk to her
She
about
might have
that.
pulled up just to boo.
You know?
Like, yeah,
Like, come on.
Yeah, that's different.
Let's get him out of here.
She knew what you was gonna do before you left the house. You know what I mean? Like, she
Yeah.
And that's
still
what I'm
moved.
saying.
gonna
Like,
save
you
this
need a
nigga.
divorce because why is she not stopping this? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's necessary. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's get T.I. out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get you some more practice, get some skin in the game. You know
The
what I mean?
thing is, like, you don't need to be doing arenas. Like,
Right? Because you're not doing that if
you
you're not
just
T.I.
you just started doing
Brand new.
like arenas. That's a lot of people. That's like 20,000 people.
He should have got up there, played fucking trap music too. whatever.
Motivation.
Oh, he-
I heard he performed
That was the
music.
intro?
Yeah.
He did.
You
And
gotta do
then
something.
Like, fuck it. I
he
gotta-
said, nah, y'all, fuck that. I ain't getting that. And then walked off stage. I'm like, damn.
Did he play it after he got booed? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
It should have been no jokes.
it should have been just play your soundtrack.
Just
You
said,
mean, like,
thank y'all for your time.
You know, right? You know,
Right. That's wild. He played music after, oh my God.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that mean you knew you was trash.
That's
Niggas had the
arrogant
songs
of you
ready
to
and
think
shit.
Come on.
an arena of people just was like, hey, we gonna come here and do this thing.
Let me
That's
tell
thousands of people, right?
Yeah, 14 to be exact. Yeah, you know,
A lot of
a lot
thousands.
of
lot
thousands.
of
Yeah,
thousands.
yeah,
You're in
yeah.
denial, sir. You're in
Yeah,
denial.
yeah.
Right.
They say what the dude say? He say fight back.
He went what?
He say fight back. Like,
ain't got no
he
jokes.
You getting booed?
Yeah,
You gotta just eat that shit.
But
Yeah,
also,
really
it was like in his fake defense, I heard the joke. I heard where he was going with the joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And had he not been in an arena, you probably would have got a little bit more laughs.
Yeah.
You probably like if he would have
It was
worked
a
that
small-
out.
yeah.
If he
Yeah.
would have said that same joke 6 more times on stage in a smaller event,
Right.
ran it past your friends, he could have figured out how not to get booed. Like, because I figured it out. Like, 'cause when I first heard it, I was like, seat warmers. I don't understand. Like, well, I am a woman who uses, like, well, what are we talking about? And I was like, oh, if you sit on this, okay. But you should have
Worked it
consulted
out.
a woman,
Exactly.
worked it
Worked
out,
it out.
like,
Right.
did something, because
Right.
that was trash.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all
guess
of
so.
a lot of trash.
And to have a wife, it's like, you ain't do that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying.
You don't talk to her?
She got friends, right?
If she like wholeheartedly laughed with her chest at that, they need a divorce. Like, that's just what that is. You need a
Yeah,
divorce.
because that's
That's
a
a
big
yes
yes.
woman.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm about to say that's a
Yeah.
yes woman.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on.
So they just need to get him out of there.
Yeah.
But like, so in that sense, this is like a segue into like gatekeeping, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. So one of my favorite female comedians, I love Lunel.
Yeah.
I think she's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But she had some things to say about like the OG comedians, like that do stand up and that's toured and kind of built it organically, I'll say.
Yeah.
Versus IG comedians. She's like, oh, y'all babies, y'all got it real easy. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just a time of evolution. You can't be mad that, you know, we have this access to thousands and millions of people.
Right.
If I'm funny, if you're not funny, these videos not gonna pop.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how do y'all feel about like the gatekeeping of comedy?
So gatekeeping of comedy is like a thing to me personally.
Okay.
Because I've been called the gatekeeper. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it just because you know, I run a couple shows at a couple venues. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm an easy target for it. And so in that sense, I'm not a fan of gatekeeping. But in the sense of, you know, like social media, you know, it's easy to get frustrated at them because, you know, they get opportunities in a different level than we do. You know what I mean? We actually, you know, soldiers in the trenches, you know what I'm saying?
Putting in the work.
Yeah, but they're putting in work too. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the people that listen, the higher powers that listen, you know, they gonna look at the results first. You know what I mean?
They're looking at numbers.
They're looking at numbers. Yeah, they're looking at numbers. And so, you know, I guess you can't get mad at it. You can't get mad. I used to get mad. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I don't like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like this is the you know, authentic way, you know what I mean, of doing it. But
like skits and
like that just not
that.
me. I can't get up there and do skits. Like,
TikTok and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a such thing as a quote unquote gatekeeper.
Right.
I think that you are either a hustler or you're not a hustler. I think I was having a conversation with some comedians last night and they were like, oh, how do you get on like you have to specifically know the booker from a show or venue to get on stage. And I said, absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do you know the shows that are there? Go to the shows. Network with people. Like there, if you want some stuff, you can get it. It's just like math. There's no one way to get to an answer.
No easy way.
And if you're just not a good mathematician, that's on you. But it's like you got to figure out how to do this thing. And as far as like the veterans, always talking about like the people who are just coming in. I remember when I was in college, my mom would send me those pre-text messages, like pick the kids up at, like remember when they had those in the phones or whatever, because she couldn't text. Now, my mom is posting pictures on Facebook. So it's like, you either got to get with the times or you don't have to get with the times. And it's not like a, me too, I'm not really a skit person. I'm not really a whatever, but I am aware that that's a venue.
That's what's happening.
And what happens is, I'm not going to be mad because you got followers or whatever. What I'm going to do is, if we're in the same space, I'm going to make sure I'm funny. So those people who laughing at your TikTok are going to say, also, this bitch write jokes. Let me look at this. Like, you can't be... People gonna do what they're gonna do, and you have to respect their craft and their way of going about it. It's not a gatekeeper, because where's the gate? What did the gate look like? If it was a gate, I'd been and blow that bitch down. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Facts. And it just feel like I ain't gonna say like a crabs in a barrel thing. It's just like, let's just look at it of a different form of comedy. Like comedy is this big umbrella. Then you have the social media comics that do what DC Young Fly do. You know what I mean? And then you got people who out here doing stand up. He does both. But at the same time, it's just like it's comedy all together. Like, why we pointing fingers? And y'all did this. Y'all got this. But I discovered you. I ain't gonna say discovered. But you know, like I watch a lot of your videos. Funny as hell.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So how do you feel about like? How long have you been doing stand up?
3 years, probably like tomorrow, like my comedy anniversary type shit. Yeah, so like 3 years. I really say like 2 because the pandemic and shit. But technically 3 years and shit.
Do you consider yourself like both, like doing making content and stand up, or do you lean one way or the other?
I'm more of a stand up comic than a content creator. Like I feel a certain way about that label anyway.
Right.
Because it's not like some shit is content creation, like quick shit I might put up whatever, but for the most part, like I consider myself an artist.
Exactly.
Before being a content creator. Like,
right.
It's more thought put into it.
And it is, because I feel like I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of TikTok. I watch a lot of these videos and stuff, and a lot of them not funny. So it's just like it takes you undermine people when if I put something out. I don't want it to be like, oh, you just doing that because it's the easy way. Yeah. Don't undermine my shit. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Regardless, absolutely. I'm taking my time out. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes of this. You know what I mean? So we just got to respect each other. I do want to ask y'all this. Like, I need to know the top 5. I was going to ask y'all the top 3. Y'all top 3 comedians all the time, but I give you 5.
Okay.
I give you 5.
Okay, cool.
For me, Bernie Mac, number 1. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Robin Harris. Robin Harris is one for me. Then I would say Cat Williams is like that round out my 5 people I know I can watch, and I'm gonna laugh all the time.
Back to
I'm
back.
glad you said Kevin Hart too.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't give Kevin Hart enough respect or credit.
Haters.
Haters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's all it
just
is.
trying to bring him down.
Yeah.
You make what's the face you making?
Is Kevin Hart in my top 5? No.
No.
Do I respect what he does?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Is it progressively getting better? Question mark.
And
That's
we
all I'm
gonna
gonna say.
leave it at that.
Who your top 5?
Top 5, definitely Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, I actually like Cat Williams. I do. I respect him. He's in my top 5 because he is just like such a train wreck that he like loves this. Like, I'm telling this joke because it's my last $5 on this joke.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Credibility hanging on by a thread.
You know what I'm saying?
They got a microscope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Everything that
like,
man says.
I respect that you out here putting your perm on the line. So all the time.
Every time.
Eddie Murphy, I think that he's amazing. Martin Lawrence, I think that he's amazing. And as for like
Martin.
a 5th one, I probably would do Richard Pryor. I've never seen anything that he did that I was like,
Okay.
and Paul Mooney.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney.
Paul
yeah.
I saw like you said like
Yeah,
7,
6.
8
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Right. Paul Mooney is, you can't not.
You can't. Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there
he's
as
a G with it.
Yeah.
And I also will say this, as far as like mainstream people, that is my top 5. But I'm learning that like my actual favorite comedians, like Dario's one of my favorite comedians.
Right.
TJ Stokes is one of my favorite comedians.
Right.
My
That's a
mom
fact.
calls Dave the gravy guy. Like that, like these are my favorite
That's hilarious.
comedians because like I genuinely see like, ooh, that's
Yeah.
getting better, or like, ooh, they put this punchline like this or whatever. So
Right.
it's like that'd be kind of hard for me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my 3rd time hearing about this gravy joke.
I'm
So
sorry.
I need to
It's
pull
my
up.
favorite joke.
It's one
I
of my
seen both of
favorite
y'all
jokes
at
to do,
stand up.
yeah.
I haven't seen him yet, so I need to come hear this.
Yeah, I'm
You
actually
got
going doing the Good Vibe show next
On the last Friday.
not this Thursday.
Last Thursday.
Yeah, the last Thursday.
At Laugh
of the month.
Factory?
Yeah.
Okay, I will be there.
28.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there. You might hear the gravy joke that day. You might hear
Word.
it. You can
Hold on,
catch
let's
it.
do that. Laugh Factory. What date is that?
28th, 4/28. Yeah.
April 28th.
Laugh Factory
4/28.
Chicago.
Every last Thursday.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Thursday.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
make sure.
go.
Good vibes at the Chicago Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They here. I wouldn't say it if I ain't mean it. It's a good ass show.
It is.
And Dario be buying everybody drinks. So.
Yeah, boy, you getting enough liquor in me, boy. Act like I got a big bank.
So wake up tomorrow like
Man, damn, I don't even know them. I don't even know them like that.
Fraud. It wasn't me. I swear.
Man, somebody had my card.
Fraud every month? Yes.
Somebody actually called me. I had disputed like a transaction because I didn't recognize it. It was a restaurant though.
But it was
They called me. They're like, "Yeah, why did you?"
not why.
They be like,
I
no,
said, "What you mean? I don't know what
you
you
ate.
I don't recall that." I'm like, "Oh, that shit was funny." Like that was the first time that happened. Like they actually called. I guess the bank must have called. They're like, "Hold on, let me go through this."
He don't be spending money like
transactions.
that.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, that shit was nasty though. That
Oh, there we go.
shit was
Reparations.
nasty. I need my money back.
Reparations.
Look at God. That's
It worked out. It worked out.
who you got for your top 5.
Top 5. I just made this post on Instagram the other day, so the list might be
seen it.
different.
Okay.
Like, so just it's
No,
like,
have no
the list might
expectation. Okay.
the list might be different. I don't know. Like it depends on the day and shit. But Dave Chappelle. There's no order, right? Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams. Because Cat Williams is like the first comedian like for like my generation
Right.
that like really was like the biggest comedian and like
Thanks.
going home after school watching the shit like with my friends, knowing the shit by word for word.
Yeah.
So Cat Williams, who I say Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, cause like he just say whatever the fuck he want to say, and
And to be right.
he be right. I be up at 3 a.m. watching that shit. Like damn, like he
this is right.
He really got it. Yeah, you know.
Only he can say that.
Yeah.
And number 5, I'm gonna say Chris Rock.
Oh. Okay.
Pre-slap.
Yeah. And I made a post when that shit happened. I'm like, yeah, he not in my top 5 no more.
Yeah, man.
But I had to let the dust had to settle a little bit. I'm like, nah, he's He's still tough.
Why did he lose that spot after he got slapped?
Because
ain't no
you're not
way.
gonna
Ain't-
smack.
ain't no way.
You're not gonna smack me and just turn around like I'm not gonna knock you the fuck out. Like,
Yeah, he fixed his lapel.
He
and
like, oh
walked-
nigga, I'm
Come
good.
on,
and walked peacefully back to his
You gotta
no,
trip
we
him
can't.
or something.
grab
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He like,
gotta,
wow.
like,
The
Like,
kitchen. I would have
head.
grabbed the kitchen. I would all flesh. All flesh.
Like Granny
you would have heard
used
that
to.
slap. You would have.
Get your ass back here. Right.
I would have grabbed all fade.
All that nigga.
Yeah. All taper fade would have been.
You're not smacking me and
No.
just turning around.
That was
And then you gonna
so
scream at me
funny.
for I'm jumping off the
Yeah,
stage.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. I got time to take off my shoes at this point and like
diving
get in
off the
it.
stage.
Like,
Like,
Double down.
No, he gave him props. He said Will Smith just slapped the shit out of you.
That's
I
not
don't think
Yeah,
that
that's
was props.
that's not.
not
I
props.
think that was like,
He was
are
stunned.
we in the same moment here,
Yeah.
guys?
That
Because
was
I
his-
think this is what happened. What about
Yeah,
you?
yeah. His soul was speaking at that point. You know what I mean?
Literally,
Like,
what happened?
gee, you just got smacked.
It's a
I ain't
picture
gonna lie,
of
go ahead.
a comedian named Slink Johnson, right? And this is my favorite picture probably ever produced in like world history. He on stage at I think the Comedy Store in California, and like he has a gun, like, and he's pointing it at somebody in the crowd. And I just think that's just an amazing picture. Like, I feel like if people knew that, yo, the comedians on stage do have guns,
Man.
the reactions might be a little different.
Really?
Or
It'd be a
if
less
it's
little
like,
crazy.
I don't understand like when people don't understand that people are people. Like just because I have a title in front of my name, movie star, comedian, whatever it is,
I'm still
how
a
am I
person,
not
yeah.
a person?
Right.
Like if a person puts their hands on another person, you cannot guarantee what the outcome is.
Right.
And me as a person, I might whoop your ass. So it's like
I guarantee if Will Smith knew that Chris Rock had a gun on him, he would not have one on stage to smack him.
way.
I guarantee it.
No way.
Guarantee it.
Ain't
And
gonna
if he did know, shit,
No, that-
you
Come
can
on,
come
Ali.
on back. You are
right here.
welcome to stay wherever you at.
Stay
you
right
know?
here.
It was funny. I ain't gonna lie, cause Will Smith walking up, and it's just like, what's going on? No, this wasn't part of it. He just like, what this
What's
nigga
about to
finna do?
happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
It was good for him though.
It looked glitchy. It looked a little glitchy.
It
At
looked
first, I
like-
didn't think it was
looked
real.
like he kind of like got into the.
Yeah.
Am I lighting? Am I
It definitely looked like he thought about, am I about to slap?
Yeah.
I did.
I
I
am.
slapped it. Yeah.
What's crazy to me? Where's Chris Rock from? Where is he
Brooklyn.
from? He
Best
Brooklyn.
Best Style, I think.
Well,
Best idea.
y'all just went down a notch because like
I
Ain't
think
been
he
the
the
same.
L.
from the south side of Chicago,
No.
the moment you get out your seat walking towards me, I'm pulling up my pants ready to go.
What's
Like you,
happening?
hey,
Yeah.
what
you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
going
I'm
on?
coming
Hold
up
on.
out
He's
of some
smiling and
clothing
shit.
and I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out, like, what are you doing?
He had his guard down. He's looking. If you look at the video, he was doing this.
He's
like,
smiling. He's smiling, yeah.
I would have been like, hey, bro,
What you doing?
Somebody in Chicago like, you good, bro?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
you
right.
want? Yeah,
Fam,
you good?
sit down, because ain't nobody asked you to come up here. Sit down.
Security ain't did shit.
No.
Like,
Right,
The other
right.
thing
Suing
is, though,
everybody.
Chris Rock has a reputation for getting his ass whooped, though. Like, all the way up until after he was on SNL, you can find interviews of him being like, oh, I just got my ass beat, or whatever, whatever. Also, this is a man who named his show Everybody Hates Chris. So you know, like, he's
It's a
been
top
an
five
ass
sitcom.
whooping.
Yeah.
It's a decent sitcom. I think that
He's aware of people not being too fond of him.
you're aware of people not being too fond of you, and for some, it's something about it, like you almost think you deserve the slap, or like you almost like waiting for the slap at this
Yeah,
moment,
or like
because
it,
like
yeah.
like literally he leaned into that bitch,
Yeah.
then
He's ready.
announced it,
Right.
and then after that, it's like I'm still processing it. His brothers is all out, like we finna whoop this man ass.
Right.
And he's
Rightfully
like, no
so.
guys, we don't want to talk about Will Smith. All he did was slap me, like.
Cause
Yeah.
he gonna sue him.
You think so?
He said he wasn't, but
You think
I
it's
feel like
gonna happen?
I feel like the silence is like, I got you. Don't worry
I
about
think
it.
he's debating the next move. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I think he's debating the next move.
If he sue him, it's,
And he on
it's
tour
people
right
in
now
his
too.
ear.
It's tough.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
on tour. So
Oh, them
that-
tickets going crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah, they're
Yeah, he
going
good.
insane.
I
mean,
remember looking at the ticket prices and shit, and I'm like, oh, these is decent prices.
Not no more.
And after he got smacked, like you got okay. The prices went up after you got
And
smacked.
it's like,
I would think they would go
in
down.
retrospect, if you gonna slap me and then my ticket sales gonna go up,
Take the hit.
maybe, right?
You said-
If I'm Chris
Take
Rock,
the hit.
maybe I'll take the hit.
I ain't never.
I'm gonna see you after the tour.
So the question is, okay, no, maybe he didn't deserve to get smacked. They could have handled that different.
Yeah, way different.
Was the joke too far?
No, it wasn't.
That was the-
It wasn't the best joke anyway. You know what I mean? Like
Wasn't a-
it's the Oscars.
It wasn't even a great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
the
supposed to
thing.
be the best joke.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But like, no, it wasn't smackable. You know
And
what I mean?
they
It was
put-
not smackable at all. Coming from woman to woman.
Right.
Alopecia, it don't hurt. Okay, she still got up and was able to walk in that motherfucker.
Her ass
Okay,
was in there laughing.
in there laughing, and you have been bald head your whole career, whether the hair was growing or
little
not,
bit,
whether
you know,
we
like a
knew
little bit,
why.
yeah.
You had that 2.5 baby hairs,
right.
swooped to the side,
All over your whole
okay,
head,
and
yup,
you were still
fade.
being supported, and we didn't know it was alopecia, okay. Just because your scalp is not scalping does
Right.
not mean
Scalp
that
ain't
your
scalping.
husband is supposed to be out here like some type of wild. No, okay,
Yeah.
that's one.
Did-
Two.
Go ahead.
We talk about handicapped people. We talk about cross-eyed, fat people. I
Yep.
don't care what your
Every
affliction
time.
is. We's up there talking about it. And cause you bald head
Yeah,
Now
right.
and confident about being bald
And
head,
confident.
supposedly?
Your
Right.
head not, it's even.
That's
right?
what
Ain't
your
no-
head
ain't no
even.
dips
Your
in
head
that.
is even.
She looks gorgeous. I mean, she looked like
From
a
afar.
really.
Okay, I'm about to say she got the ledge back there.
I mean, but it's a well smooth. It's a well smooth one though.
It's a wall
It don't
meat.
have the like ingrown
She
hair.
got a
bump.
cranium, not a
can hold
skull.
that
She got a cranium. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit right here in
you
your
know?
palm. goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. But it's a well polished one, okay?
Right.
She presented it in well scalp form. And my thing is, what was the problem? You looked nice in your dress. She looked like a, I don't know, what are those snap pea things?
Come on, man.
That's what she looked like. And
Jolly Green Giant.
That's what she
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
like. And my thing is,
Not the edamame.
that's what she looked like edamame. That's what she looked
Stop
like.
it.
And you
God.
made all those decisions. You came out with this like elegant interview. Also, in Chris Rock's defense, I did not see that interview until either like right before or right after. So I didn't know she had alopecia.
I had no idea.
I just thought you like a
know
breeze
I
on your
don't watch
scalp.
the Red Table Talk,
Oh
but
my
apparently
goodness.
she talked about it, but I didn't know that
But
either.
that don't mean like that's some egotistical shit anyway to be like, I said this. How the fuck you don't know about it?
I'll be honest.
Watching your shit like that.
I'll be honest. I think all the rhetoric that came after the slap is just that. It's just a byproduct of now people got time to analyze it,
Yeah.
psychoanalyze it, and then now all these things. Oh, she's a black woman. Why would you talk about a black woman? Or she got alopecia. I don't think nobody gave a fuck. Chris Rock didn't give a fuck when he was telling the joke. Nobody at the time
It was
gave a
not
fuck.
that much thought
Yeah.
that went into a
Yes.
G.I. Jane
And that's why he
joke.
said
That
that.
I
He
never
said, this
seen.
is a
I'm like,
G.I.
what's
Jane
wrong?
joke.
I'm like, for real?
Like, what?
Yeah.
G.I.
And he
Jane.
called out
Watch
Demi Moore, you know, like doing the same joke, but we,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, so.
That went over my head anyway.
But-
I had to look it up.
Here's
I
the
ain't never
thing.
seen no G.I. Jane.
Yeah,
I ain't seen
yeah,
it.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's how you know it wasn't worth it.
That's
Like,
what I'm
I'm
saying. Like
like-
it was a specific joke for a specific crowd
Yeah.
that
Right,
was
right.
nowhere near supposed to go that.
Yeah.
And like all the thought, like you said, these think pieces.
They-
Oh, he did this because Ashton Kutcher. And you
Right,
think he
right,
put
'cause
that
he
much
was
thought
younger,
into that?
yeah.
Them 4 words.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ain't nobody did.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Nobody
thought like
did
that.
It wasn't that damn
It
serious.
wasn't that. It wasn't that
serious.
serious. You know what I'm saying?
If he
Like,
did any research to the joke, he would have known she had alopecia.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like it's clear.
But when we talk, like you said, we be talking about all kind of people afflictions.
Right.
I ain't up on stage thinking about like, oh, this person in the front row might have that affliction.
I can't worry about that.
Like, let me tell you.
And if you do, I'll be like, God
That's what
damn.
I'm saying. Like, let me be clear. If I have already written a joke about a paraplegic and there's one in the front row, strap on your
Welcome.
fucking
Welcome.
seatbelt because
You
we
said-
still going on this ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what are you
We still
talking
got
Even
about?
she
more
gonna be
so.
flailing anyway.
Okay.
Let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
Do it.
Yeah, she gonna
Sick.
stop. Nothing but tourists. Nothing.
Hold tight.
Oh, just gonna be.
Hold tight.
Like,
Strap
that's
them in.
just,
Strap them in.
I can't. You
So-
gonna sit in the front row of the Oscars?
As
and
a
go,
woman, though, if my husband is worth 300 mil, hey,
babe, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
don't even worry.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. Like maybe she didn't know he was gonna walk up and do that, but the yelling, the back to back, oh my god! As a woman, it's just like, and she just like,
Calm down.
yeah.
And then she like, oh,
She laughed.
Yeah,
I don't
she
need
just, like,
protecting
laughing, yeah.
and
That's
all this
what blew
shit.
me. I
I'm
was
not
like,
a woman
we'll
that needs
get a
protecting.
divorce.
Like, and all this other shit.
I'm
And,
like, bitch.
and they've been on her
I thought
ass
I
lately,
did
so
this.
more stuff is starting to resurface and shit. It's like the video of her like recording him, and he like,
Yes.
I would like you to not
Yes.
just record me without asking me. And she just, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Because as a
Nah,
black
fam.
woman, we're at the point where you have now slapped somebody,
Right.
all of that. Hey, Will, get your ass
your
down
ass
here.
off the
Come,
stage.
and that's what's now happening
Yeah.
at
You're
the
supposed to be
Oscars.
there with
Let's
your wife,
not know
man.
whatever. We now
Yeah.
finna show everybody we finna get in alignment now,
Yeah.
in some
Matter of
type
fact,
of way.
let's just go.
You see what I'm saying? Let's
Right,
do
we out.
something.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's
It
just
ain't
But
that
her whole
serious.
demeanor, and then
She was smiling like, yeah.
she was
Yeah,
laughing.
she was
You hear him?
laughing,
You
and
hear
then
him?
you
Yeah.
come back and you say, "I don't need my man to defend me."
Oh, man.
Okay, so what do you need a man for, ma'am? Because you don't need him for fucking. You
Yeah.
don't need him for protection.
She need-
You don't need him
She
for
need
money.
fucking.
You don't.
Yeah.
What do you need
Somebody,
him for?
man.
She must got like some real bad shit on him or something where he really holding on to this.
I don't
like,
think that it's real bad shit because at this point it can't be cheating, right?
Right.
Okay.
They both the
They
cheating.
both, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think at this point I don't think he's a bad guy. I think that she got him like emotionally
Fucked.
wrapped
On the
around
finger,
her,
yeah.
and he's just like,
he emotionally fucked.
because it's no way that.
When her birthday?
She a
Look it
Virgo,
up.
but Virgos. We not doing this because we good people. We wholesome.
Virgos are good
considerate
people.
But yeah, she a Virgo.
My girl's a Virgo, so she good people. She must be one of them September Virgos, though.
Damn.
Your birthday was it the 8th?
The
9th?
8th,
Okay,
yeah.
I remember. 'Cause my brother's birthday September 8th. So
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
But we good people. I don't understand. I don't understand
She
how she
needs
go
therapy.
about this at
She
all.
Yeah, she
needs
need
to
therapy.
damn the IKEA table. Okay?
They need to break up.
You need to go. They
Break
need to
up.
definitely
They
break
done.
up.
Just call
Because
it
she don't have
kids
no
fucked
fear in her
already.
heart.
Just-
What do you mean?
just go ahead.
Like your whole life
It
is
ain't
a
for the kids no
hot
more.
mess.
Yeah.
And so like her
not
trying to
defending this man at
maintain
all.
any
Yeah.
type of, I would have came all the way. William.
Willard.
Come on, Willard.
Willard.
Get your
Yeah.
ass down here, and this is what we're doing.
As
Like
soon as he
what?
got up, where you going?
Where you
Exactly.
Hey,
Like
big
he would
dog.
have never
Hey.
got the chance to get on
Yeah.
stage. I'm grabbing you, but sit your
here.
ass down.
Somebody
don't
should have
talk
been
about
like,
Anybody.
somebody should have been like, hey, big, where you going? Ooh.
Come on, that's not
Right.
your segment,
Yeah.
son. You ain't won
The
shit
cameraman
yet.
or somebody up.
Like, Kanye not here. We ain't got to worry about nobody
Yeah.
getting on
Yeah,
stage.
right.
Like,
Wrong.
Ain't nobody gonna get slapped this show.
Right. Excellent. It's the good niggas in here today. Ain't nobody for the
Yeah,
slack
yeah.
over here.
until it wasn't.
I was
Listen.
watching this podcast and somebody said they would sue the Academy.
Yeah, sue them niggas too.
Yeah, I mean, if we gonna sue people, sure.
Sue
But
everybody.
like,
Security. The Oscars,
Yeah.
the building, whatever building they was
Yeah.
in. I just got slapped. Like, somebody gonna pay for this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
My skin all
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Somebody got to pay for this shit.
now
But-
that would be if Chris did not sue Will and he sued the Academy. That chef's kiss. I would love that.
That's more excellent.
But
Yeah, but,
I
it's-
mean,
but see, here's the thing. If we gonna talk about like, that was run by black. That show was produced by a black
Will
person.
Packer, yeah.
Will Packer.
So I mean, would you do that to his first show? Chris Rock is in a rough situation. He's in a rough situation because like they don't want black people there to begin with.
Oh well.
in addition to
We just not gonna
well,
come back
in
then.
addition
Yeah.
to
I need my
well, if you
We need
don't
Tyler
want
Perry
us
to
here
make one.
anyway, because this is the real nitty gritty.
Yeah.
You don't want us here, and we don't really want to be here. So why
Ain't
do we
nobody
keep
here.
playing these games? The punishment was he can't come here for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that a
yeah,
punishment?
Yeah, that's. I mean, like,
And then
and.
also he can
After you
still
won.
win.
Yeah.
No, after you won, gave a tearful speech
Yeah.
with
Holy
your
gotta
shit
cry.
that
Yeah.
looked
Nigga
just
gotta
like
cry.
Jada. Okay, you
gotta
got
cry.
your ass up there, and then you can still win awards. So tell me what the punishment was here. I think that if
That's
we
like
just
a
all
drops mic.
That's what I'm saying.
Bet.
For 5
Cool.
minutes,
Yeah.
if we were just all very transparent here and was like, if Will just got on Instagram and went, fuck the Oscars. Like, that was, because clearly he don't give a damn about it.
all.
Right?
At all.
And as far as like this being a whole black,
I'm not saying that he shouldn't do anything, but like think about what Will Packer got to go through
Will
because like
Packer needs to be producing the Bloskers then. Don't
Yeah,
produce the
right,
Oscars
yeah,
no more.
But like
Go
if
to
we
the
was,
Source Awards.
if they was giving us that leeway anyway, if they was like giving us the opportunity to make this better, you know what I'm saying?
I get it, but I don't even think that, like, sometimes you shouldn't even be combining spaces. Like, I don't want to make the Oscars
facts.
better. I don't even want that shit. Let's make some new, better shit.
Make some new
okay?
shit.
Maybe not the fucking Source Awards, maybe not the BET, maybe some different shit, but it's
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Now that Tyler Perry got his own studio, we need to capitalize on that.
it's
Not to
some
put him
different
out,
shit.
but yeah.
Like, I wasn't watching the Oscars. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
said
didn't watch
this man got slapped, then I started watching the
Yeah, yeah.
Oscars.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe if more people got slapped, the ratings would go up from black people.
Right.
But as far as this, I think Will Packer did an amazing job.
Yeah.
I think he completed the assignment, and if somebody is looking at anything that happened between what these two individual grown men did as a reflection of what he did, that's on you. Like, you're fucked up for that.
And what we not about to do is make that the staple of what
Right.
black people are.
Right. Well, that's what
Samuel
they're
L.
trying to
Jackson
do.
Jackson won an Oscar. Y'all know how big that is?
That is
Samuel L.
amazing.
Jackson. That
They
nigga
ain't
did
saying nothing about
2,000 movies.
Yes.
It wasn't televised though. So.
They
You
ain't
didn't
say
even
nothing about
hear
it.
that Questlove won and shit. Like, nobody
Nope.
heard
Yeah.
nothing about nothing.
Well,
She wanna
that's
smack
because the
somebody.
slap was still echoing at the time. he
Smack
was
some
getting-
damn
somebody.
Yeah.
If I was Chris Rock, Will Smith just had to cut me like $15 million. We ain't even
Like
we ain't
on
gotta
the
tell
low, like on
nobody.
the low, yeah.
It's just straight through the Zelle or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't
However
even-
we could do it.
I
Straight
don't
through
want
the Zelle.
any. I don't want any payment. I want to catch this nigga when he is like really excited about something and catch him off guard and just slap.
So you need to pay. You need to
Yeah,
pay.
I need contact. I need contact because you slapped me.
Right.
Okay.
I need
You
15.
hit me in front of all these
In front of the
women.
world.
Millions.
The world.
The world.
Like that's not ever gonna be forgotten.
Ever.
Like,
From
that's
now
not
on, as
ever gonna be
great
forgotten.
as a comedian as Chris Rock is, he will for hence now and forevermore be the nigga that got slapped.
On stage.
at
By
the
Will
hospital.
Smith.
Yeah.
Like
By
Will
Will
Smith.
William
Yeah.
And that's why I gotta slap you, because like even if it's like, oh, I got slapped and I got $50 million, oh, I got slapped and I slapped his ass back.
That's
It's
not
gonna
bad.
be what go down in history.
Now it's too late though.
No, it's not.
You had to get him right there.
You can still feel good about it later, but like you
Public
missed your
perception.
moment. Yeah, you missed that.
I'm
you missed
sleeping
that
on
moment.
this shit for like 3 years. I want you to think I forgot about it.
You
gonna-
I want
you
you to
gonna
be.
catch it.
I want
Catch
you to be
Good
like,
moment.
shake up with me and I
Gotcha.
Yeah.
down on that shit.
you
Like
said-
what?
You said put them to sleep.
What
you know
you
what I mean?
mean?
Church fan.
I want you to have a neck brace when I'm done. One
They
slap.
Damn.
making it seem like this man going through depression. Like he just walking down the
In
street.
the pictures, he just
Yeah. He just like this. They like
Say, I know a nigga
they like
with a
Chris
gun,
Rock
I know.
4 weeks after the Oscars event. Like that nigga probably just
It's
woke
been
up.
4 weeks.
I don't know. I just made,
Oh, I was gonna say that.
It might have been.
I just made some shit up, but it's been too long.
It
He
might
just
have
walking
been.
down the street. I don't know.
Yeah.
What they making
He
it
living
seem
his
like.
life. He ain't bad in a
Right.
bad situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
Chris Rock at the end of, like,
Exactly.
He got money.
It can't be that damn bad. You
Right.
got smacked by somebody.
Yeah.
I know
And you
it
seeing
hurt.
how these ticket sales going? Oh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing great.
You doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
You doing good.
You slapped more money in my account.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
So that's like, I still
Go
need
get
that
next
15.
year.
I would have to
Yeah.
catch his ass though.
Yeah.
I would have to catch him. I would have to.
I gotta
I got it
catch
because it's not
Yeah.
about money, right? I got money.
Yeah.
His
More money
kids
you
is
give me-
grown now too. So I mean, somebody in the family.
That's
Catch
what
that
I'm
whole
saying.
family.
Somebody.
What you mean? And I might slap
Somebody.
Jada. Like, what do you
smacking
mean?
Jada?
Right in the back of the head.
Right
Bam.
Yeah.
What you
So
mean?
you hit all the smack.
There's no traction.
Let's get a mic right
So I
here.
heard that smack somewhere before.
Yeah. It sound the same.
Generation.
Slap her and
Echoed
say
a
this for
little
you,
bit.
Will. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
It even echoed a little bit, you know.
That
Crazy.
shit definitely did.
Look, I think everybody said Cat Williams, right?
Yeah.
And he said, like, they asked him about the whole cancel culture thing. And he basically said, you know, you have to move with the time. You know, there's an out of bounds kind of thing that you have to just follow and go with the times, right? And as we were just talking before the show, like, if you listen to Bernie Mac, he was saying something about, he said
Wild
the
shit.
F word. Yeah, he was saying a whole lot of stuff. Major pain, third, like that shit was not.
Still
That shit
hilarious.
would not
Yeah.
fly
Amazing.
these days, you know.
Yeah.
How do y'all prepare? Like, are y'all being like overly considerate? Like, how are y'all preparing for these shows? Like, does that affect y'all? Like, being super careful?
No, it don't. I got some things that I just don't talk about.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean? Just in general. You know what I mean? Because reason why I don't talk about certain things is because I don't have enough experience with it. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, you know, like that ain't my comedy style. You know,
Right.
some people like to push the boundary. Like that's them. You know what I mean? But I can't. But I tell you, I don't hold back nothing. That I had one joke that it's about a deaf person, but it wasn't about a deaf person. You know what I mean? Like it was about.
Actually, no, I don't.
You know, but it wasn't just about him. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It was a true story, but I don't tell it anymore. You know,
Right.
just because I'm like you know. I got
You
other
understand.
things.
You understand the
Yeah,
impact.
yeah. I got other things I'm trying to, you know, accomplish that ain't gonna hold me back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, don't some dumb shit. You know?
And going back on like what Deion Cole said on his stand up, he was like, he just tested the word dyke, right? And everybody was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And he was like, look at y'all, man. Like, I done asked Wanda Sykes, I done asked this person,
Yeah.
and it's cool. Y'all don't even know if this is a really bad word. Y'all just feel like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do y'all feel like that boxes y'all in, like stifles y'all comedy style, or do you just kind of work around it?
It does. I'm not gonna lie. It's because you do have to work around it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
does it like stop you? And nothing stop you. You know what I mean? But like, do you think about it? You like, damn.
Just conscious of it.
Yeah, because you make a choice. You know what I mean? Like, so like I don't know. No, it don't stifle you.
Right.
I mean, it does stifle you a little bit, but because
Right.
everybody's sensitive. And here's the other thing: people, we black. You know what I mean? Like we black. So like
Yes, we are.
anything we say, you know, is being psychoanalyzed.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Magnify,
like
yeah.
magnify. You know what I mean? Like so, we really have to watch what we say because you know they ready. You know what I mean? The cancel culture is not real. They ready because the reason is we black.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
an easy target.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. If the shit funny and I know it's funny, I'm gonna say it. I don't rightly give a goddamn. And if what you're mad at me is that I made something funny, then we can have a conversation about that. But we're not going to talk about some shit that already exists that I made a joke about. I have been mindful, like, I'm not going to go down this path with this crowd.
Right.
Or I have been mindful,
Right.
like, all right, I'm just going to I run a feminine non-binary show.
Okay.
And I have been trying to work out a trans joke. I was like, not the crowd.
Yeah.
Not the place to
Read
do
the
this,
room.
right?
Right.
Let me figure some other shit out.
Right.
Am I never going to tell that joke? No, I'm going to tell that joke one day. Like,
Right.
am I not going to do things just because like somebody feels away? Because I genuinely think that it is our job to not just willy-nilly with no conscience just push the envelope. But I think that it is our job to like be risky, like be a little edgy, because also you could go see a play. Like
Right.
if you
Yeah.
want to just stand up and see somebody on stage
Performing in
saying some other shit,
Yeah.
don't come here.
Yeah.
But if you,
Right.
the reason why people laugh at a joke, nobody laughs at a joke because it's quote unquote funny. It's because I thought that. Ooh,
Thank you for
you're
saying
right.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's not a whole thing. I do a joke about women proposing to men, and I immediately say, because that shit looks stupid, and everybody laughs every time
Yeah.
because that shit looks stupid.
Yeah.
I was the one in the crowd laughing.
like that's, and it's like people,
I would
I have
write a
had
content.
conversations like, but you know, and then like you want to go down to like what's
Yeah.
a woman and gender roles, and man, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Like, and that's
We're not
my
doing
thing.
that over
First
here.
and foremost.
Because
Yeah.
it's a joke. It's a 1 minute and 30-second joke. I'm not having no more seconds of conversation after
Right.
that.
Right.
And I really think that cancel culture, your opinions about jokes and stuff, that deals more with therapy that you need
Right.
Yeah.
than my boundaries for my comedy.
Exactly. And I asked that because I feel like we just need to respect people's opinion.
Absolutely.
Like you just
Yeah.
said, like, okay, the whole thing, like we do need to be more mindful of how we present ourselves in these big spaces, but at the
Yeah.
same time we might fuck them. You know,
Yeah.
we are the ones running this shit. We the ones
Yeah.
got the #1 genre in music. We are more entertaining with like our movies and shows and social media. You know what I mean? Like we have to just say fuck y'all and y'all platforms.
Yeah.
We the ones that's really making it, giving this life.
Any chance I get to antagonize white people at a show, I take advantage of it. Any and every
moment.
time. Any chance, normally at the beginning.
Right.
Just to
He's
set the
not
tone.
You like walking around looking at the front row.
Oh,
Yes.
you'll see. Yeah. Okay, I see what we're working with.
Right.
You know, I try not to think too hard. Like I'm not I don't want to lie. I'm not an like overly offensive person.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But I do talk shit about everybody. So I'm not going like I'm not going to talk nothing about the gay people or nothing about dwarfs or whatever. Like I really don't give a shit. Like at the end of the day, like you said, like they're just jokes.
Yeah,
and
it's just
I'm
funny.
I'm also not having a conversation about it after the show.
Like what?
I'm not talking. I talked about it with myself enough. You know what I'm saying?
And the open mics and,
And
all
that's
that
it.
other
Like
stuff.
after
like,
that, after I tell it on stage, like you can just eat that shit and just go home.
Yeah.
Like I was
Tweet
telling
about
her.
it.
Yeah.
You know.
I did a
tell your
show
wife about it.
downtown, and like this one, I guess she was white, Hispanic. I really don't give a shit, but like I was just talking about how Chicago's segregated, and like you
It
know,
is.
and it is right. That's like the most obvious statement you can make living in Chicago. But she was just so offended by it, and I'm just like,
You must have been from up
okay,
north.
Well, the crazy thing is that it's true because, like, speaking of that on the podcast, man, we people get offended at truth too. You know what I mean? Like people they get offended at truths. So like. We always know anytime we have an episode, we're gonna talk about white flight, and we got to talk about that. We already know we gonna get it. It's gonna be a comment this week. Just watch, the comment is coming without fail. It's always a comment.
Right.
We knew that this was gonna happen.
happening.
Right.
So it's not. These motherfuckers just they waiting on the reason. You can't cancel me off of truth though. That's the thing. Like that's the problem.
I'm
You-
telling the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm telling the truth, you can't cancel. Like it's hard to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now, if I'm going too far with it, you know what I mean? Like this is a different subject, but like people don't like you when you start telling the truth.
Right.
she got up and left.
Well, that's because she probably is it though.
That was
see what I'm
like
saying?
my crown and achievement. Like,
By saying Chicago segregated.
she started talking about her husband and how important he was. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. It's not the place or time for that. You know
I was in the suburbs and I had somebody. They overheard me. The suburbs are one of the races, but that's where they stay at. But that's where they stay at. I'm telling somebody else about like the podcast. I said, oh, it's called 77 Flavors of Chicago. They were like, she comes up, she says, why is it flavors? What is the flavors?
What are the flavors?
And so I said, well, I was like, it's a food and history podcast, and 77 represents the different community. Yeah. She goes, my uncle is a lawyer and he knows what really. I was like, then he should know that there's 77 community areas in Chicago. You know what I mean? It's like, so people don't even listen. They just, if they already have it out for you,
ready.
That's the narrative they're going with. Yeah, they looking for it.
Like the lady who was at the show. She's like, my husband is lawyer June Job something.
You just laugh.
I'm just like, congratulations.
Yeah, cool. You
know? Go with him.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Also, something Dario said is like, we are also Black comedians, and people are like literally, they don't look at you as a comedian. They look at him as a Black man comedian. Yeah. They look at him as a Black man comedian. They look at me as a Black woman comedian. Right. And that is a you thing. Yeah. Like I said comedian. I didn't put all them other adjectives around it.
Exactly.
And if you are like looking for some like profound to come from me, like I'm supposed to be giving Maya Angelou sets because I'm a Black woman, you're sadly mistaken, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
And that's like my little way of like pushing the envelope. I'm going to get up here and talk about regular shit. The same shit that Alex and Brad are going to talk about and that Amy's going to talk about. And
these motherfuckers
it's relatable. It's all relatable.
Yeah,
I've
it is.
Seen it. Yeah.
These motherfuckers think that when Black people cuss, it sounds different than when white people cuss.
It's a whole different word.
I've been told
you say fuck.
You said fuck a little bit too many times. Oh, next time I'll just say pussy. Like, okay, you mean like?
Come on now.
I'll say that a shit ton. You know what I mean? But like when we say it, we come off more aggressive. It's like what?
That's not a us thing though. Like that's a you and your ear thing.
Yeah, right. Y'all, you judging me just by how I look. So to you they gonna cuss a lot. But like you don't even hear the white comic up there talking about like just pussy all the time.
They say the C words. And they think it's a little cleaner.
And we like.
I saw a white female comedian. I want to say, I'm not exaggerating, maybe do anywhere from like 5 to 6 minutes, not only about her pussy, she didn't say vagina, about the STD that she had and like the travel, like in this, okay? Went up either like before or after her, and I may have said fuck like 4 times. My mom was like, you need to watch it.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? And literally, that's how it hits if you got a nice bow and like some cute leggings, and you're like, STD vagina. That sounds different than me going, fuck.
That shit crazy as hell.
It's like them commercials and shit, them period commercials. They be fucking skydiving and shit. Like
this is not a real thing.
How do this relate?
What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's easily digested because you said it.
Yeah.
Right, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stifle what I say just because like it hits your ear wrong. Clean that shit out.
Do you have an STD?
Come on down.
Take this.
Feel better.
Right. You want me to go on the field? I have hay fever. Let's talk about that.
Right.
The side effects is you might die.
Right.
But hurry up and get this though.
I really hate that. Have y'all experienced that with somebody called y'all out like in the crowd, like that was not funny? You shouldn't have done
ain't nobody
that.
ever did that to me.
Okay.
They come up to me afterwards and be like, you spoke too fast. And I'm like, I spoke too fast. You know what I mean? Like, I spoke too fast. Sit your old ass down. You know what I mean? Like, sit your old ass down. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Did you have to tell me that? Like,
Fuck out of here, dude.
I know how I talk.
I never had a young person tell me, I talk fast. Never. No. I had one time and we caused a shitstorm.
I don't sound like something a young person would say.
They ain't gonna do that. Right. It's gonna be an old ass white person that like George McDonald. You know what I mean? Like like
slow it down.
You know what I mean? Like they like them to talk slow and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like and tell those dad jokes.
Nobody has ever like out their mouth been like, "Boo, shut up, that was terrible." But I did a joke where I like pointed to somebody and was like, yeah, because I'm better than you. And not the person who I was saying I'm better to, the white lady sitting next to him. Like literally, if she had pearls, she would have clutched them bitches and like she was like leaning out of the chair, and I was like, she wasn't a fan of that joke, and I just kept going.
Moving on.
It's a joke, goddamn it.
Good fucking luck. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
One of the things, or my favorite things about the shows is, well, now that I know, going to a show, do not sit in the front row. I probably told this story before, but it was a show. Do y'all know who? Oh God, Chris. I forgot his last
Local
name.
comedian?
No, he's from LA. He was in Don't Be a Menace.
Chris Spencer.
Chris Spencer. Yeah.
My milk of magnesia.
Yeah.
And he was there. He was on the stage and stuff. And me and my best friends, we walked in. We was in LA, so we walking around. It's hot, we drinking and stuff like that. So we like, yo, we need some more drinks. We need some food. So we go to the back and we come back to the stage or whatever. We like, yo, it's a whole front row out here, Ain't nobody sitting there. We was like, okay, period. We finna sit down. Yeah, it was a wrong idea because at that time I was turning 23. So he was like, how old are you? And you know how you get kind of fucked up around your birthday. You like, I'm 20. What I'm turning, I just turned, So I'm like 23 and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, your ass lying," And I was just like, "Oh shit!" My best friend Eden, he like, "Girl, you fucking that chicken up." So he was flaming us the whole night. Is that like a thing? Like,
Yeah, that's how I would do. I would definitely do that.
That happens.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
all the time.
All the time. It's in a fun way though. You know what I mean? Like I ain't trying
It's
to.
definitely fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Some people go too far.
Yeah, some people go too far. Like I think when
they
it
ain't got
gets
jokes.
to definitely
Yeah.
like if it gets to a point like you're hurting this person's
It's an
like
attack.
that's right.
Yeah, you
but
should-
if like
you should be the-
also if you wore this like pink flannel suit jacket out, you wanted me to comment on
Right,
that.
right,
So, like,
yeah. I think it's obvious too sometimes. It's just
Yeah.
like people
Yeah.
like, and it's like, oh shit.
Here we
Right,
go.
you don't got no
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah,
right.
you finna fuck with this person again.
You
Yeah.
know what you look like. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
We had a dude last show, suit jacket, no socks. I made him stand up. Shit,
was
I was
there.
like, look,
I was there. Yeah.
look at you, big dog.
Exactly. Like you clean as hell in this suit jacket, bro.
going crazy.
And he just like,
Yeah.
all right. It
Yeah.
was like the teacher yelling from the back.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to her. She was
Man.
funny as hell.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
I got with the Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do it.
Exactly. Y'all had the hats and the horns and
Oh,
shit
yeah.
going.
Fucking
Yeah.
what's the word?
Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela.
The funny thing is they ain't
Nigga got a
vuvuzelas.
master's
Yeah.
degree.
Those wasn't
Yeah. Say
vuvuzelas
that.
though.
They weren't?
They weren't. Those are not vuvuzelas. Vuvuzelas are the long things, the longhorns. I was making a joke and I was not gonna correct myself. People were going with it.
It stuck.
What
Yeah.
you
It stuck like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
stuck,
know
but
what
they
it
weren't
is.
vuvu. I was gonna go and be like, you know what? Never mind. You
Nah.
know, like I didn't want to do that. Yeah.
We was committed to it.
Yeah, I committed to the bit.
Yeah.
Shit.
What the fuck is a vuvuzela?
It's a longhorn.
We thought it was the little.
You know, at parties when people be like, yeah.
The little thing that come
They
out.
loud.
So look, it was the 1 year anniversary, and
Yeah.
so they had like the little party thing,
parties.
with the hats or
Hats,
whatever.
yeah.
The noisemakers.
That's what it's called.
No.
Okay.
Apparently
But
not.
he said it was. So Dario gets on stage. He like, yeah, we got the vuvuzelas. I'm sitting by TJ and
Like, the
D-Lou,
what?
and I'm like, the what?
Yeah.
And TJ went, I guess. I'm like, this nigga know what vuvuzela. Now, one time did I think to Google this shit?
Fuck
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
vuvuzela is
It's
it?
Dario.
with
We don't
such
believe
confidence.
him.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
We don't believe him.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Trust
okay,
him.
send my kids to school in the suburbs. Like, that's what we gonna do. They will know what a vuvuzela is.
I be loving that. I'm like, I learned something.
You
Add
learned
something to my
Right.
vocabulary.
There we go.
What are y'all like favorite stand-ups? Like I love anything Cat Williams came out with. I love his stand-ups.
Yeah.
I love obviously the Deion Cole. I can't stop talking about it. But Dave Chappelle and
Kevin
I love
Hart.
his stand-ups.
I love Bernie Mac's whole set from Kings of Comedy.
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
that to me is a low hanging fruit. If you look up all the stuff that led up to that show, how he's working his muscle. If you watch those videos, you go on YouTube and just Google Bernie Mac. You'll see different versions of that
those-
joke,
of those,
of those, and some of them are funny as hell. The Uno joke, he got an Uno joke. I don't know if y'all know about the Uno joke that he's got. His delivery is like, y'all know, delivery with me, I talk to you, especially you about delivery, like impeccable.
Yeah.
He's talking about like, draw forward, draw reverse and all this stuff. He said, when you playing, this is how it be, He's like, all right, first time, cool. He's like, draw 4, okay, give me 4. Skip, okay, skip. Then he was like, reverse, cool. And then he was like, draw 4. And that's when he was like, he's like, okay, all right. And like just the way he delivered it.
Yeah,
Bernie Mac's eyes
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
huge, and then he like, oh, okay, all right. So like Bernie Mac,
Your personality, like
he encompasses everything to me about like stand up, and he was loud, he was black, he cussed a lot.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And ain't nobody tell him, nah, you can't be doing
To
this.
stop,
Yeah,
right.
ain't nobody tell him to stop. You know what I mean? But so to me, like that.
Have y'all seen the 25-year anniversary?
Yes.
Def Jam.
Def Jam.
Yes, I never thought to go back to watch clips from Def Comedy Jam.
That was a hard watch though. That particular episode was a hard watch. It was a hard watch.
a little rough.
The 25-year anniversary.
Really?
It was that was a tough one to watch.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I get what they was doing. It was cool, but
Because it was like,
they was old
I
as
think
hell.
maybe from a comedian standpoint,
It wasn't being
was like
received
watching
well.
all your greats
Yeah.
get up there with their canes and not do anything. It
I was
was
like,
okay.
I was like, because I
I
was
see what you
amped.
mean. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I was like, yo, let's go. And then
see
I'm
what you
like,
mean, yeah.
yo, this shit is not funny. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
it
Sing
was
assistant
good
home.
to see them like in a celebratory
Alive.
manner and like giving each
Together,
other
yeah.
flowers. Because I will say,
that don't
not
happen.
trying to whatever, but like a compliment from somebody in the audience, I'm like, oh yeah, because like you pay money to see this, so hopefully you have a good job.
Right.
But like when my fellow comedians are like, yo, that was a good joke, I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay,
Because
that was a good joke.
That's unprovoked. Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
My favorite compliment to this day, this one comic looked at me and said, I gotta be real with you. You don't look like you're gonna be funny, but you were. And I was like,
wow.
okay.
We're talking
I'll
off camera. Who
take it.
said that?
I was like,
Oh, wait.
okay.
Oh,
And
wait.
but then I was like, because also like when I started, I had my like little cardigan, I got glasses, like I can get it. Like, okay, you don't know what she about to say.
Yeah.
And for you to honestly have that opinion of me and I made you laugh, I was like, okay.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Put it in my back pocket. Boom.
I wish somebody would
the
say
boss
that.
to say it. Like,
that's
this
that
is-
just
Oh.
goes without saying.
The
Like, I
audacity.
mean,
Like with his whole heart. And I was like,
oh, it was a man too.
oh yeah.
You said you
a little
get to the
different.
bottom of it.
Yeah.
Oh, we uncovering this shit. Yeah.
unpack it.
I mean, that just goes without saying. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to the Laugh Factory, so you know, you get a skinny dude with glasses and curly hair, just get up there like this, and we just like, oh.
Yeah.
But he funny as hell, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
I ain't gonna go up to him like, yo, you look nerdy as hell. You know, you ain't look like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
But good job.
Yeah.
I feel like comedy, like, it's not like monolithic at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's too many different types of people.
Exactly.
And most of them probably not funny. That's fine. But that's for me to, you know what I'm saying?
Subjective.
Like, I don't have
Yeah.
to, exactly, it's subjective. I don't have to watch this shit.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I'm not going to be like, oh, he ain't going to be funny because he looked like he not funny. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. And to be honest with you, I never wore that outfit again. I was like,
You got to put it in the rafters.
we
like,
done.
man, I was like,
Retire
what
that
was it about
motherfucker.
this whole combo? Like,
Right.
all right.
Burn that.
What's crazy? I go into comedy like with a chip on my shoulder anytime. Anytime I touch the mic, I'm already thinking somebody think I'm not funny. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I'm going into it 10 toes down. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like dirt in the dirt. Like I feel like I got to prove myself every time. So I'm going for blood every single time. You know
can
what
see
mean?
it, too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm,
can see it, too.
I promise you, I'm murdering everybody. on the show. You know what I mean?
can
Like
see
only
it.
time I take my foot off the gas is when I'm hosting. You know what I mean? Like that's the only time I take my foot, and even then, the liquor start flowing.
Right.
And then Dario be like, what? Did you want to say? Okay, because I
Cool.
can give you a set.
Yeah. yeah.
Right. Because I don't think I see you then. Because every time I came, it was you hosting.
Hosting. Oh yeah. It's two different Darios.
Okay.
It's two different.
Now I know. Good to know.
Two different.
Good to
Both
know.
of them will buy you drinks, but
Yeah.
I gotta make myself a little more known. I'm like,
What up, though?
yeah, my podcast too. What's up?
It's random how I be
It is,
getting the
yeah.
drinks. But
It's the people who be yelling and shit. Like,
Extra
they,
shit.
You know, they interact with you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna definitely make myself known next time. It's me, right? Remember Coco?
I got you.
So what about you? What's one of your favorite stand-ups?
I know almost every word to almost every Dave Chappelle stand-up, like from the beginning to the end. That is one person who I acted. Him and Cat Williams, I have like seen their career from the beginning to the end.
Right,
And Dave
right.
Chappelle specifically, like he was in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Facts.
He
Hilarious.
did hilarious.
Half
He
Baked.
was in Half Baked, and his like
Nutty Professor.
he definitely
Oh, yeah.
done Nutty
I forgot about
Professor, and like he definitely did the like like goofy thing, and he like slowly but surely was reeling your ass in. Boom, the closer, the most like thought provoking shit ever, and it's like I saw it like from the beginning, like, oh, did y'all hear that smart? No, we didn't hear it because he got on tights. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you
Yeah.
didn't hear this because it was a movie about weed. Okay, fine. But like he was giving you these
Yep.
little sprinkles until he created the environment and the audience that he wanted.
Right.
And that right there, mwah,
Yeah.
premier comedy for me.
It's hard to
because
cancel him because he got these core fans that, like you said, have
because
seen
you
that
built
bullshit.
this
Yeah.
career.
all you
I will-
need.
it's-
Right.
I don't. Dave Chappelle could get on camera and go, "Fuck KELLS Tha Komic," and I'll be like, 2 tickets.
He's so crazy.
He's so crazy. It's nothing
coming
he can
back.
do
Yeah.
that can because like I have been there from the beginning and I like respect his journey.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times comedians comedians who do comedy for fame are trying to appeal to an audience. Comedians who do comedy because they genuinely like to tell jokes can create their own audience.
Right. And it's crazy how obvious it is. Like, you can really tell who's doing
Absolutely.
it, like, with the glam, the leather.
Yeah.
I mean, all comics wear leather these days.
Yeah.
But you can just tell, like, you know.
Absolutely.
What's crazy is, to your point, what I always say, the street's gonna talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because like I ain't worried about like trying to appease another comedian. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? The street's gonna talk. At the end of the day, we all got to take the mic. We all got to take that stage.
Right.
And we got the same people right in front of
Yes.
us. You know what I mean? So
Period.
when they leave,
Who are they talking about?
You know what I'm saying? So Dave Chappelle, then people gonna be like, I seen Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like, I know
Exactly.
and we also heard he wasn't talking bad about people. You know what I mean? Like we heard the joke as it was.
Exactly.
You know,
Like, the man left for how many years and came back?
A whole bunch.
Like,
Come
like,
on.
5 years, something like that.
And it was
never
like,
left, yeah.
it was no half stepping. Like, it was literally like, oh, I was here yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh man, this guy. I think he is like a genius, and he has like a exceptional balance between like vulnerability and honesty and comedy and like thought. Like, I thought about this
Very much
joke.
so.
I
Yeah,
put this
very
joke
much so.
together. I'm being vulnerable with this joke, and this is a smart fucking joke.
Yeah,
like,
it's so smart.
He got levels to his joke.
yes,
too. Like,
and like the oh my
Yeah,
god, how the jokes rise and he'll bring you down and bring you back. I'm like, oh my god.
what's crazy is he got a perspective for everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that
Even
you
like Dave Chappelle be thinking about Juice
Everything.
Yeah.
The joke that he told about how a man should be the head of the women's right movement, I was like, wow. And also, he was fucking right. Like, the shit that he was saying about it, I'm like, no woman thought about it from that perspective.
Yeah.
You're
Never
right.
would have thought about it.
Yeah.
That's why we need each other, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had this joke. I mean, he was talking about the R. Kelly thing, right? And it was like, he just basically went on to say, like, oh, there's no such thing as a woman who's 35 with good pussy. Like, you kind of forget about all the R. Kelly shit. Like, yo, did this nigga really just say that? You know?
Yeah.
But he just has, like you say, he just has a way of giving us ideas of, okay, we have gone through shit this way.
Yeah.
What if we did it this way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like if black men and women can just, like, you know what I mean? Like, collaborate on more things and think about, like,
How much
we
time
can,
we got on this podcast?
Right.
I can have a conversation.
A whole nother 3 hours.
It is. It really is. Relationships, comedy, music. You know, we talk about the girls that can't work with other male artists unless they giving it up type stuff. You know? But like you said, that's a whole new episode.
Yeah.
But I agree. What stand up is yours? Like, one of your favorites?
So of course, like you said, like Dave Chappelle, a lot of his more recent ones, and also Gerard Carmichael.
I liked his show.
I love
his show.
the show. His I guess second special, not the most recent one.
Okay.
But it's called 8. I admire like the comedians that like just move at their own pace, like Dave Chappelle and shit. Like, so
Right.
if you've seen me, like I'm mostly sitting down in one place or like not really moving a lot. Like,
Right.
I'm talking real slow and shit. So I admire comedians that can still do that, take their
Without
time.
being so big and like.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that quality in me to just be like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Props
have that
and
in
shit,
me.
yeah.
Like I don't even like to stand that long. I really don't. Like,
Yo, come
Out
and think
here
about it
doing
on your
sit-up,
on all
sit
your
down
shows. You got
comedy.
this little
you just see
stool,
me
you
sitting
just
still
like
like this.
this.
My posture is horrible. Like look how I'm sitting right now is because I'm leaning to the right. I've been
Right.
trying to do a little yoga to get my hips right and shit. It's rough, but
Right.
for the meantime, I'll stay
Well,
sitting down.
and
And
you
shit.
with the right woman for that too. I be
Right.
looking at her. I'm like, damn, I need to get into that because my shit.
I
That
say the same thing every day.
here, there.
I be like, damn.
I wish I knew a yoga instructor. I mean, be like,
We been doing yoga in the morning and shit. You know what I'm saying? She be laughing at me. I'm just like, man, it's like, because my right hip don't move like shit. I don't know what happened either. Like, you don't realize your hips don't move until you try to move them.
Right.
You young, bro. You need to,
I feel 45, and I found my first gray hair like the other day.
Well, you got a
I don't
son.
even want to talk
You got-
about
Maybe that's.
It happened real quick too. It happened real quick. I'm like, oh,
born
okay,
gray hair. Boom.
just that quick. I'm like, so I had to process that shit.
Right.
I'm like, damn.
How do y'all? Okay, one of my favorite, like, I ain't gonna even gonna like single nobody out. I love the Wayans.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Marlon is probably like my favorite, but I love Damon and everybody with the whole
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
living
whole
single.
crew.
So I don't know if y'all remember this. They was on It was this Instagram live. Y'all know Terrence J.
Mm-hmm.
He came on like trying to basically tell. I think he was telling Marlon like, "Yo, if it wasn't for your brothers, you wouldn't have got on."
Oh, I remember that.
And it's like,
I
yeah,
remember
he
it
was
was like a whole live.
Yeah.
he was on live telling that man
Terrence
like,
J.
Terrence, I think like a man.
106. With Roxy.
Wait, Rock, yeah.
Roxy, shit. Roxy.
What was that? 20?
That's 06, goddamn.
Exactly. Telling that man if it wasn't for your brothers, yeah, you wouldn't be where you are. And I feel like Marlon one of the hardest working Wayans there is.
Here's my thing.
Got a new special out too.
If
Right.
if
Wokish,
my
right?
brothers are the
Headliners.
reason,
Oh, it's new one? Okay.
my brothers are the reason that I'm famous.
Come on.
Thank you, God.
Come on now.
I didn't have to do all this extra
Hater.
shit.
Yeah.
Use what you got. You think I'm like, oh man, my dad is LeBron James. I ain't gonna play basketball.
Yeah.
Fuck is
'Cause I
wrong
don't
with
want
you?
nobody to say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no, like if that is the case, which I don't think it is, but who the fuck cares? Like,
Right.
okay, my older brothers are.
Ain't that what we supposed to do?
You
As us
supposed to do
people?
that.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Be resourceful.
Nepotism
Yeah,
is how it
exactly.
works. Like,
I act like I don't hear it, but I'm very aware that, be positive, fuck with her because she a girl. She not really funny. Or like, that's the girl from Peapod. Like, that's funny. And me, it's like a long way for you to get to it if you like haven't seen me do comedy, right?
Right.
That's why I'm gonna get my ass on that stage. And then I'm gonna make you laugh. And then you can re-come to whatever.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, I do get opportunities because I fuck with Be Positive.
Look.
Like, explain to me what the,
As you
like,
should.
and if you think that I'm about to get on stage and be like, all right, no, this is not three, and be all, no, fuck that. First and foremost, shout out to Be Positive.
For having me in this.
Second of
yeah.
all, I'm also gonna be funny because like, I don't know who you're insulting here. I don't know if you're insulting me, like saying like I don't have any talent, or are you insulting Be Positive that they would fuck with people who don't have talent? And whatever it is, fuck
Tell
you.
me, I'm gonna say this in the camera.
Cut to Dario.
Fuck everybody that's talking about Be Positive. That Be Positive logo, that big red ass B, yeah. And that star, that pink ass star,
That sucks,
it's
baby.
been on the
That
news.
sucks.
It's been in the newspaper. It's
know
top
that's
10
right.
podcasts.
I know that's right.
It's on your websites. You know, like so.
I don't
well.
get
Keep
why,
talking.
how or why a person is where they is a topic of conversation, because it only happens in specific communities and specific type of situations, because also everybody else does that. Like
Right.
everybody puts their friends on. Everybody,
It makes sense. Yeah.
You're
everybody,
supposed to.
nobody is like, are you the CEO of that company? Why did you hire your niece to be your fucking secretary? Because that's what the fuck we
'Cause
do.
it's my niece.
Like that's
Like-
what, like, and I don't understand how like this is the only way that you're not supposed to. You absolutely right. If I come up with if I do a show today, guess who's gonna be on the lineup? Dario, Dave, TJ. What
Right.
the fuck do you mean? Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's the point of networking.
That's the point of this shit.
yeah.
they just don't like it when niggas use nepotism. They
And
don't
the
like
thing
it.
about it is, it's like I don't know who
They don't like motherfuckers to win.
I don't
That's-
know
that's what
who
it is.
put that in you.
They gotta stop.
That's not a
Cool thing.
Yeah.
cool thing or a vehicle that you should be using. But if nepotism is a vehicle, I got my motherfucking
Please.
seatbelt on.
Gassed
Like,
up,
let me
like-
be.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If my son grow up and he want to do stand up or whatever, oh cool, here go
This
boom, boom,
person,
boom,
this
boom,
person,
boom.
this person.
Easy.
What's crazy though is when people, but that's cancel culture. And what we started out with is not real, because the same people like Kevin Hart, but then when they don't realize that Kevin Hart, his Heartbeat Productions,
Yep.
it's all his people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The plastic cup
The-
boy,
yeah,
all
exactly.
that.
They travel, they
LeBron
do
James,
stand-up, yep.
the Sugar Hill,
Mav Carter,
the Mav,
all them.
and look at all of them winning, and they know it's LeBron got us here. They know Kevin Hart got us here.
Right.
You know what I
And
mean?
The other thing about it is too, I don't trust a stranger. I don't trust a stranger to come up to me and tell me shit about a joke. That's it. I do trust Dario. Dario, how did that joke?
Oh, of course.
How did
yeah.
that woo off the bam? People, it's one thing to be like, oh, you're cool with these people, and when you get it, is what you see that you think people is getting is not really what people are getting. Like, what's really happening here is information, like encouragement,
Right.
like
Support.
knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like support, like
Building
things.
up.
And the fact that you think that that's not something that everyone should
be
have,
doing, yeah,
should be
exactly.
doing, and that's not something that you should also be doing. Because the other thing that I personally like about Be Positive, I don't know how we got here, but anyway, is that like everybody is talking about everybody's strength. Dario's like, you know what? I saw your ass with a t-shirt. Guess what? We all got fucking t-shirts now. Okay, it's like, oh, I saw you do this, whatever. Okay, now we all got. It's not a certain like you gotta hide and like how is it only one spot at the top? Like who said that rule?
Yeah, exactly.
Like who said nobody's out here doing this thing? I've never heard one comedian that we hang out with tell the same joke. So it's got to be different comedy out here. It's got to be different spot. And people are laughing at all the fucking sets. Right. So like, why are we feeling like we can't, as a unit, get somewhere? Everybody else is doing it.
I mean, somebody talking about y'all like that, so it's good. It's
a
good.
good thing.
It's something
It's
y'all
working.
doing right.
Kevin Hart helped Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
I'm not a Tiffany Haddish fan, but Kevin Hart helped her.
And defended her.
And defended her and gonna continue to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
They came up and I would feel less of him if he did
And
not
did
do
a movie
that.
with her.
What you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, you
Help
know,
put money in her pocket. Bitch, you homeless? You don't have a fucking car? Come on, let's
I
go
got
for
you.
the team. Because I know you got these 3 raggedy punchlines and we going to stretch them out.
Let's
Like,
go.
let's go.
Right.
That's what you do for family. That's what you do for your friends.
I'm coming back.
Right.
I'm
on
gonna
now.
Make my shit. I'm gonna come back.
Come on now. And every time hey, my name's Tiffany Haddish. Also, shout out to Kevin Hart. What? She don't get 2 sentences out without saying that. Because that's what you do.
yeah.
And that's what she doing. She got they ready.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
she
she
putting
put her
hella
people,
people on,
what
yeah.
you mean. That's what you're supposed to. And for people to be like, no, it's just yours and you do what you do for yourself and it's your personal bag. And like,
That's that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have your personal bag and be a part of a team that's trying to win.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
It takes nothing to say.
Yeah.
Let me put you right here. Or let
Yeah.
me shout you out real quick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Look how many, it's 13 people on the basketball team. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And how many of them got a sneaker deal on their own?
come on.
And then when they win the championship, all 13 get a ring.
Right.
You know what I'm
Everybody.
saying?
Yep.
So like these people with this misconception of you know, like, oh man, look at them falling under line with one person. Look, I wish I did have somebody that's like, yo, hey, come on over here.
on.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Come on,
I
let's
got you.
get to the
Okay.
top, and then when we get to the top, you go ahead and fly, big bird.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Do your thing.
you know what I mean? Like that's a person waiting for a reason. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
That's
Or
the,
just need
Yeah.
something like you have to like. What are you doing? You know, like why
What are you doing?
you're not in comedy. Barely, you know,
Yeah.
you don't know,
Yeah.
you don't know,
Barely.
you don't know
Barely.
what's going on. You know, you got your own opinion, you got your own profession going on over here. Why are you so focused on what we got going on? Don't
Man.
you want to build your own
right. Why you
community
mad?
or network between people? It's literally called Be Positive.
You know what I'm saying?
that part.
Crazy part
Literally
is
called because.
Be
the
Positive.
most negative I get is when the invoices come. When it's time to pay. I pay taxes. Let me look at the camera again.
Let it be known.
Do you know I had to pay?
Tomorrow is tax day.
I had to pay. You know,
hurts. It hurts.
to have my what is it called? The annual review. I had to pay for that. You
They
know,
automatic debited that shit out of my account one day, and I was like,
Ouch.
and technically, we Be Positive didn't make anything. I didn't even file nothing. I still had to pay $175 fucking dollars.
Come on,
you know what I mean?
man.
So why y'all mad at
They
me?
gonna get that money.
okay.
Pray for me.
They gonna get that money.
Yeah.
They gonna get the
And-
money.
You don't got no. You got kids.
I got one daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, they fucking us up.
Listen.
You
know-
know that single with kids. No
What
kids.
you mean?
Oh, they tax.
I don't claim mine.
They like, yeah,
I
y'all don't need none of that.
I ain't get the money.
My tax refund said, that's
Better
literally
luck
what it
next
said.
year.
We'll have some lunch.
Okay.
Hey, Free Game Friday here.
we go.
Free Game Friday here. Let me put y'all on to something. And some people probably know this, man. But like, do you know this year I am trying to make as little money as I can in my own name?
Put it in your business.
It's going in BBC. BBC. Hold on, slow down.
Hey.
It's going in
Happy Easter,
BPP.
everybody.
Yeah. Transition.
Jesus.
You know?
Jesus.
But you know what I mean? Like, but
cut that.
you know, free game. Get yourself an LLC and actually use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, and so if you're trying to build something, you know what I mean. Your business make money. I don't make money. I don't make money. This shit ain't coming. That's
Be
why we have to
positive,
make
make
the
the money.
Listen.
we have to make that financial change. That's why I hit you up. Yeah,
Yes.
like we can't make money no more.
Yeah.
No longer.
Don't put no check in Dario's name.
Okay.
No.
Listen.
I don't know who that is.
You're gonna submit under this and that
Yeah.
EIN. Make sure you get your EIN.
Yeah,
account
I'm
and
saying.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. That shit costs $600 total. When the process, just let y'all know when the process is all said and done, you're gonna be out about $600, $650. You know,
But tax time come around, you're gonna be happy.
you're gonna be good.
It's investment.
You're gonna be good.
Investment.
Yeah. That's what we gotta.
Free game Friday.
real?
Free game
Free
Friday.
game Friday. That's
They don't teach us this in school, so it's
At
cool.
all.
Thank
They
you for
don't.
that. Thank you for that.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Free game Friday is coming
Yeah.
back. I used to do that.
It's a lot of stuff they don't teach us. And I think that, I know when I first started comedy, I was like, on social media, like, okay, I think I want to be this person's friend. I think I want to do, like, I'm going to meet this. Like, nowhere near was, like, be positive anywhere, like, in my eyesight. I was like, oh, I think I want to be her friend, and I'm going to, like, whatever. And it didn't even dawn to me, like, you need people who will, like, just breathe life into what you got. Like, not critique what you, like, I was looking for people to, like, heavily critique what I go on. It didn't even dawn on me for somebody to be like, oh, that's good. I was like, oh, what? Shit? Do I want to hear that? Like, okay. Well, Dario one day was like, that's how you tell a joke. And I was like, oh, that is how hurt.
I remember that moment, too.
I was like, okay, cool.
I remember that.
And, like, literally, I heard the audience laugh, and I still was like, eh. And Dario was like, that's how you tell a joke. And I was like, that's how you tell a joke? Okay.
I had this many words.
Right, like,
this is how I said it. Exactly.
And it's like, people think that if at no point in time with any of the actual comedians that I'm friends with has it ever felt like, I'm not gonna put her on because then I won't be on, or like vice versa or anything like that. And that like type of, I don't know where that comes from, and it's not productive, because if like collectively all of Chicago comedy was like united and like as a force, that would be crazy. That would be crazy, because we're not doing the same thing.
Right.
We're at all.
That's why I said I like what y'all are doing. I really enjoy the show, so I got to come out and keep going with it. But that's why I really made this whole platform, because I'm genuinely interested in people's art. Of course, I love the big comics and the big musicians and stuff, but Issa Rae is one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
You know,
God, I love her.
and one of the main things she said was make sure you network across. You know what I mean? I know y'all gonna be big and successful, but I want to reach y'all. I want to touch y'all while y'all here right now to say I love what y'all do. Y'all funny as hell. I hope y'all keep going. Keep letting these negative motherfuckers, just keep talking shit, because obviously y'all doing something big. You know, y'all doing great at what y'all doing. You know, and the whole point is to bridge the gap.
Definitely.
Bridge the gap. You know,
Right.
we have different opinions, we have different outlooks on things, but it can help us in the long run.
Right.
You know, men can teach you things. You know, just because I'm a woman, I'm not gonna be like, because he a man, I ain't gonna think like this, or he in this lane he in this industry, I ain't gonna collaborate with him. So that's just the whole point of the whole platform, just so y'all can teach me something, because you know what I mean, I like to learn, and just so we can keep building these relationships and to continue to network and everything. But I love what y'all are doing. So we'll start with KELLS. If you want to shout out any shows you got coming up, where they can find you on Instagram, anywhere.
Follow me on Instagram at KELLS Tha Komic. Wait, I got it. Merch one. That's right. KELLS Tha Komic.
Get the crystals out the way.
Right. Get the good alignment out the way. KELLS Tha Komic on Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media you have. I run a show called Women Crush Wednesday with Alan Doherty. It's at the Wiener Circle once a month, every third Wednesday. I'm always at Good Vibes in the audience, so come to Good Vibes. Yeah, that's really what I'm doing right now. And I post shows on my Instagram, so just go there.
Right. I'm in tune now. I'm in tune now. All right.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at the@LordDave. Let's see, I got a show this upcoming Saturday, April 23rd at the Comedy Shrine. Get your tickets, I think they're like $20, $30, something like that. That's just like, 3.5 grams of weed, or
Wow.
You can afford it is the point.
Mathematician.
You can afford it is the point. Let's see. Then I'm at Be Positive for the Good Vibes show 428. So you can come see all of us.
Okay.
You can come see all of us. Got a show at the Promontory coming up. I got a whole bunch of shows coming up. So just follow me on Instagram and actually look at the post and click the links.
Here we go.
Because they will tell you everything you need to know.
Do not DM
Don't
him
ask me
asking
shit.
about the dates.
It's in
What
the link.
time? Right.
In the bio.
It's there. Okay.
You can follow me, super_Dario_bro. That's more. It's transitioning right now. It's a transition page. It's I don't know what that page is. But you can follow 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram. Actually, you can follow that everywhere. And follow Get in Tune with the podcast. Podcast every Monday. Now Wednesdays also. So a lot of work going on there. But then if you like photography, if you like Chicago cityscapes, I'm actually just today started a new YouTube channel specifically for new content. I'm in transition right here. I'm identifying myself. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I_B_snapping is my photography on Instagram. B like actual BE. And then YouTube, it's literally just started today. So you can look up Dario Durham and look for.
I want to subscribe. Just subscribe.
Yeah. Go subscribe. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to tell people to subscribe because this is true. Like I was thinking about this. I want people to, if you like the content, you know, I don't want to solicit that stuff. You know what I mean? If you like it, you come fuck with it. If you don't, then you know I'm gonna get better and make you want it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about that page. That's why I keep on saying I'm transitioning what I'm doing. But honestly, if I could tell anybody anything, man, follow the 77 Flavor Shot. That's the direction I'm going. It's a podcast. Thank you for having me on your podcast. Plugging another one, but I know people get weird about that. But yeah. Go ahead, follow.
Literally, what the platform is for.
Yeah.
I want y'all to come here and network, talk y'all shit.
Yeah.
Do y'all stream too? Is it just video?
Yeah.
Or do y'all
So
stream audio?
Spotify listeners,
Okay.
you can view it, and then if you go to 77 Flavor Shine on YouTube, you can watch the videos of us, the shenanigans, and everything.
Make sure Laugh Factory last Thursday of every month. Make sure y'all buying these tickets. I know we being humble. Don't solicit. Do what y'all want to do. Buy these tickets, okay? I'm telling y'all, it's funny.
It's a good time.
And I'm gonna say subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Okay? And we on audio platforms, Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all again for coming. I really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow them on their pages and check out the shows if you're in the Chicagoland area. I am Cordelia, the host of Think Responsibly, the podcast, and we out. Peace.